All these sculptures are the work of just one guy, Grant Finlay. He does his thing in the beautiful town of Berry on the New South Wales south coast. G'day, Grant.
Hey, Jace. How are you, mate?
Excellent, and you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Now,
Good.
you're a concrete sculptor. How does someone, do you wake up in the middle of the night going, I'm going to make a big blob of concrete and carve a bull or anything out of it?
Yeah.
How did it start?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I've got a background in art. I had my own business doing artificial rock, concrete, big-scale ponds and waterfalls. And then it just evolved into sculpting, yeah, because art's my passion.
What's the process of making that? Because wouldn't it weigh an absolute ton?
It still is heavy, but it's not as heavy as it looks. I start with a galvanised wire frame, then I do a hessian over the top of that, and then I do another framework on the outside of that with galvanised wire. Then I do a structural coat of concrete over that with my shotcrete machine, and then that's followed, when that's dry, by another coat of concrete, and then that's all hand carved.
Oh, well, we've checked out the bull, but we better look at everything else.
Yeah, no worries.
We look like a couple of old bulls. Now, this is my favourite. I know I got to about a metre away from it before I realised that it wasn't two massive slabs of timber. But why do a massive peg?
Just had the thought of why not do a big concrete sculpture of timber. Every mark's done by hand. I just make that up as I go with different tools that I adapt.
And timber, weathered, goes this grey colour, but it's not just a flat grey like concrete would be.
This particular one, I used just the grey cement, which dries quite light, and then I use different staining to build up to this colour.
And you don't seal it when it's finished, so it just ages how it ages?
Exactly. In the right conditions, the right spot, it'll grow moss on it,
Yeah,
and lichen, and yeah, it adds to the realism, so.
Well, I like it. What have been some of your biggest jobs?
Done a huge, big job in Shoalhaven Heads around a swimming pool. It was a big Angkor Wat ruin, so it was a good, fun job to do. And then I built another large waterfall out at Jasper's Brush. It was a 4-tier waterfall going into a huge, big pond.
And these are fun. You must be able to do these relatively quickly.
Yeah, these are a lot quicker. Obviously, not as much detail. It's more form.
And the colours, are they like house paints?
No, these are still a concrete stain, but more concentrated.
These put a smile on your face.
They do.
That's the best passion fruit I've ever seen. Well, you've shown me your art, but what about you show me some of the skills to make something? Do you think we can knock something up?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm thinking maybe a self-portrait.
For sure.
We might make something a little later on. Now, I went down to Vinnie's and I picked up a couple of old lampshades. So for making some balls for the garden, these are perfect.
I use a 2-to-1 mix, so 2 sand, 1 cement. And it's quite a sloppy mix to go into the spheres.
And then you just got to put that in the oven. What do you reckon, about 28 degrees? For a couple of days, but we've still got some concrete left over here.
Yep.
So what have you got in mind for that?
We give this a little while to dry out, and then we can do some free-form balls by hand.
Yep.
Beautiful, and then we just leave it on the bench to dry for a few hours.
You're the master. I'm going to watch you, then copy you.
These are just nice little things to be able to just put in the garden, if just that point of interest, a bit of difference. Again, like, I'm not too exact with it, I want that rough sort of look. Yeah. So it's basically...
You made that look so easy.
Yeah, so sometimes as you get lower, you go a bit harder to get that definition as it drops down, yeah.
Boss, have I got a future?
Yep, come and work for me anytime, mate.
Just plonked on a brick wall with a plant spilling around, and that took all of a couple of minutes.
Exactly right.
Oh, well, I'll pinch 2. There's my Christmas shopping done for next year. And once your concrete's dry, providing you're safe, I've got gloves on, gonna cover my eyes, you can have a bit of fun breaking the glass off. There's really no right or wrong, is there? Like, if you like that shiny effect, keep it.
Exactly right.
But if I do this, what's the advantages?
By chipping it off, it opens the pores up, And it actually lets the next stage, which is the dyeing stage, lets it absorb the colour in, and then it gives that stone appearance. I sort of start with a light cream sort of paint first to give a fleck.
Yep.
And then I build up colour from that.
We're using a combination of watered-down acrylic paints and oxides for the job. The sort of colours you'd see naturally in sandstone.
Yep, that looks good. Then basically we work our colours up, just have a hint of red, you know, that'll bleed in. And then this colour's sandstone. Just let it bleed over it.
Wow, that really looks like stone now.
That's the beauty of splashing it as we do it.
If I didn't make that, I'd swear it was sandstone. You could age it if you wanted to, but I can put it in the garden and watch it age naturally.
If you don't want to go to the extent of chipping away, and you can use a neat white cement for a more modern look, for a modern garden.
Or you could be like us and natural.
That's right.
Chiseled out of stone.
Yes.
Thanks, mate. I had a ball.
No worries.
Literally, I had 2 balls.